Once you're inside of Accessibility Tracker, go to your audit report. There you will be able to locate a status column. And then for each individual issue, we can change the status of that issue. So this first issue, the status is not started. Let's go ahead and change this to in progress. The second issue is in progress. Let's go ahead and mark this as completed, so indicating that our team has made the fix. And this third issue is marked as completed, so our team has made the fix. Now we just need to validate that the fix has been made correctly. So once the validator has done that, we can mark this issue as validated. And validated is the status that we want for each issue in our audit report, because once all of the issues are marked as validated, then we know we have reached full WCAG conformance. The other day, I wrote an article titled How to Track Accessibility Issues with Google Sheets or Excel Spreadsheet on my Medium column. This is self-explanatory. So let's just scroll down. And ideally, what you want to do is once you receive your audit report in Excel Spreadsheet or Google Sheets, then just add additional columns to that report, and then you can start tracking the issues from there. So some columns that we might want to add include different dates. So the last updated, the last time the issue was updated, the actual fix date, the last progress that was made. So here we can take notes on what last happened with the issue. We can also add a column for feedback. So this would be where validation comes into play. We can add a prioritization formula. So let's say we want to mark issues as high, medium, or low priority. And then we can also add a column for who the issue is assigned to. So which team member is working on what issue. And now let's tab to an audit report inside Excel spreadsheet format. So here we have the report with all of these standard columns, and we'll just go in here and we'll add these additional columns. So let's go ahead and add team member for this next column. And so now we can assign individual team members to each issue. So I'll write developer in this first, and then designer in the second. And so obviously you can write in the names there. Let's add a column now for last updated. So the last time and the issue was updated, we now have a column for that. And then let's go ahead and add a column for, a column for notes. So the team member can leave a notes column, and this will be separate from the notes that were left by the auditor in the original audit report. This is for notes, for internal notes, so that we can know what's happening with the issue or anything that was relevant for the issue. So let's see if I want to add another one. And then let's go with a fixed date. So let's tab back to the spreadsheet. We'll add a fixed date. So now we can start tracking issues through our spreadsheet. And the most important part here is that it maintains accuracy. Because what can happen is if, let's say it's an Excel spreadsheet and the spreadsheet isn't saved, or someone makes updates that aren't saved, or you get the wrong version of the spreadsheet, that can lead to a lot of confusion. And we have to start over from wherever the last point we know was correct. We have to start over from that point, just because we need to make sure that we're all on the same page, quite literally. So it's very, very important that the accuracy of your spreadsheet is maintained. This is going to be easier if you're working from Google Sheets or an Excel spreadsheet that automatically saves to the cloud. We just need to make sure that everybody is working from the same data. But you can also track accessibility issues through a spreadsheet. This is what we did at accessible.org for so long, is we worked from a spreadsheet. Why? Because we needed to track the actual accessibility issues that were in the audit report. We don't need to track scan results. We're not working towards 100% score to scan. We're working towards full WCAG conformance. So we need to be aligned with each issue. But what can become difficult is the side project of keeping the spreadsheet updated and accurate, and making sure that everybody is looking at the same page, the same information. So that's very, very important. It means everything as you're working towards full conformance. Attention to detail is so important, and it's just made easier inside of Accessibility Tracker. But you can certainly do this with an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Sheet. You just have to maintain accuracy. But we have made accessibility tracker so that it's not only easier to track accessibility issues, but you also, it's more efficient. The whole process is more seamless, and the fixes are easier because we have AI integrated, and AI has access to your audit report data so that it can help your team with the fixes as you're going. So one thing you'll notice about accessibility tracker, I've tabbed to tracker now, we have this audit report, but this is the broad view of the audit report. If we want to look at the more detailed data, we just have to view a single issue, and there we can see that all of the audit data is brought forward, and now we're in the single issue view. So when your team members are working on through these issues one by one, they'll have access to all of the information. So let's just go ahead and look at the AI here. I'll analyze this issue with AI, and I'm going to select, I'll go with detailed technical answer. So we'll generate analysis, and then the answer from AI will start streaming. So we have analysis of current implementation, step-by-step technical recommendations, update, improved code snippet, explanation of how the solution addresses WCAG requirements, and so on. So this is so helpful when you're not only trying to track the issues, but you're actually trying to fix them and fix them faster. And so that's what Accessibility Tracker helps you do, is not only keep track, but complete your project sooner. So I will include a link to Accessibility Tracker in the description, or you can go to accessibilitytracker.com and sign up for a free plan.